Good evening and welcome to SVG-TV News for Thursday, May 19th, 2016. I'm Lafern Fraser with the details. 1,791 grade 6 students have registered for the Caribbean Primary Exit Assessment, or the CPEA, which will be done tomorrow at 17 centers across St. Vincent and the Grenadines. This is the third cohort of students to take the exam here, administered by the Caribbean Examinations Council. Earlier today, SVG-TV's Barvin Oliver spoke with some teachers and students in the Kingstown area who expressed confidence in their preparatory work and expectations of good results.
Ensure that the students would have had all their questions answered prior to going into the exam. Last Friday we gave a mock exam that would have simulated the exact conditions of the CPA exam to give them a feel of what it would be like. And we also gave them the day off today.
Our preparations teachers have put in were very good, and the children are confident going in, and we are confident as teachers that our students of Windsor Primary School for the year 2016 is going to come in the top 10 again.
Yeah, I feel confident, and I just went to the church service, so I feel like God blessed me. I feel good. I'll make it. I know I'll pass.
The preparation was very hard, you know. We worked hard. I supported him. His class teachers, they are very hard working as well. And his private tutor, Mrs. Jackie Joseph, she also had put in a lot of work with Ocean. So I am expecting great things from Ocean.
We at Kingston Prep are very confident that our children are going to do extremely well this year. For the past couple of years, we have placed in the first top 5 position, and we are extremely confident that the students would perform again this year.
My name is Delisa Jack, and I'm going in brave and make my excellent work to pass to Girls High School.
My name is Tyrese Connell. I am very confident in myself, and I believe in myself, and I know that I could do my work good to go to the St. Vincent Boys Grammar School.
Hi, my name is Shadia Sampson, and I am very confident going into CPA. I think I am very ready. I did a lot of practice papers, you know, from where we did in school, and my parents stick side by side with me, and I think I will go to Girls High School.
Hello, my name is Kyrie Kidd, and I will be very happy for doing the CPA, and I'm nervous, very nervous.
You're confident tomorrow that you'll do well?
Yes.
For several months, the controversy over local beach access has been the major issue of concern for residents on the Grenadine island of Canouan. While security and privacy are the watchwords for the rich and famous who visit the island, the balance of creating jobs while not infringing on persons' rights to the beach access continues to be a challenge. SVG-TV's Sharon Garraway has more on this issue in this report.
Since 1990, developers have been on the Grenadine island of Canouan, transforming the 3.5 by 1.5 mile island into a secluded luxury playground for the affluent. Members of the media were given a tour of the $160 million Canouan facility on Friday 13th May and were accompanied by government officials on the sightseeing mission. The first stop was the Glossy Bay Marina, where they work around the clock, except on Sundays, and rest for 4 hours to ensure that machines do not fail. Project manager Chris Radicor says that the luxury facility should have a 25-year lifespan and should be finished by the end of this year. He says that the marina will have some 25 berths, which will be able to accommodate 110-meter vessels with some 16 private villas. Glossy Bay Marina manager Robert Testudo says that the top-class marina is currently employing over 350 Vincentians, and more job opportunities will be available once completed. But as developmental work continues on the multi-million US dollar state-of-the-art marina, the importance of sustainability and care for the environment continues to be of concern. Resort investors have refurbished several of the beaches and inlets with beach sand, one being Lance Gaia, which was given 3,000 tons of sand from Barbados and has been transformed from a stony beach into a breathtaking beach for casual dining. But President of the Canouan Island Council, Terry Bino, says that residents should have free access to these beaches.
After they put the gate and not giving us any, thing to get inside to the beaches, we agreed upon building the road here with Sir James. And then you see, after years and they never keep up the agreement, they build the houses in a spot. So it's like telling us this is now private property. Houses are now built here. So the road obviously cannot go here.
However, Director of Grenadines Affairs, Edwin Snag, explained that there should be a compromise as the rights of residents are not being violated. He says that residents who want employment on the island must also cooperate to ensure that the affluent visitors have a sense of privacy.
And it has to have a certain amount of balance and reasonableness on both sides of the turf. I mean, one, you're not giving up your rights, because if you compromise because of a particular situation, we know the magnitude of it, we know the amount of persons who will be working here, the amount of persons employed. One has to be mindful of the overall spin-off and the benefit to the country as a whole. And if you compromise, it doesn't mean that you're giving up your rights or that you're giving up a privilege. It doesn't it doesn't belittle you.
Reservations manager of the superb Pink Sands Hotel, Melissa Solomon, says the top-class facility equipped with winery, gym, bar and dining, among other luxuries, has to ensure that security is a top priority. She also explained that privacy is also a key watchword at the exclusive resort, as rooms go for up to $5,000 per night. And to ensure that this privacy is maintained, the Canouan resort developers have proposed that sea bathers utilize the entrance point used by staff at the resort.
So this is the service entrance of the loading bay, and this is where persons like Richards will take me up and transport me right down to the beach. So Richards, you're going to take me down to the beach area, right? Okay. So we're going down to where the entrance area where persons will be transported, where Richards will pick us up and take us down to the beach area.
As government officials, resort developers and representatives of residents continue to hold talks to come to a compromise, it is hoped that beach access is retained while development to ensure employment creation at the luxury resort progresses. Sharon Garraway, SVG Television News.
And the management of Glossy Bay Marina Construction has denied reports that there has been a fatality following an accident last Saturday at the construction site in Canouan. The media statement by manager Robert Tudisco explained that on Saturday, May 14, 2016, at around 10:40 a.m., an accident occurred at the Glossy Bay Marina Construction site in which Picton Pear, an employee of Glasgow Construction, was injured when a steel reinforcing cage he was working on collapsed on top of him, causing a serious head injury. The report outlined that Pear was wearing a safety helmet at the time. He was taken to the Canouan Medical Center where he received treatment, but was then airlifted to St. Vincent in a plane chartered by the main contractor, Glossy Bay Construction, where he was admitted to the Milton Cato Memorial Hospital for further treatment. The media statement further noted that the police were informed of the incident, and the report was compiled by the Glossy Bay Construction security officers who were at the scene of the accident. Reports are Pierre is still a patient at the Milton Cato Memorial Hospital. Radio talk show host Dwight Bing Joseph is said to have apologized to President of the opposition New Democratic Party, Arnin Eustace, for statements made during an interview earlier this week with NDP chairman and former NDP Senator Dr. Linton Lewis. This comes after the political party released a media statement yesterday which took issue with Joseph's suggestion that the party leader, Arnin Eustace, had sold a senatorship to Dr. Linton Lewis. On the NDP Facebook page, it stated that that Joseph made it clear that he was not asked to apologize, but said that it was the right thing to do and that he was satisfied with the NDP's corrections. The NDP's media statement chastised Boom FM and Joseph for being malicious in their statements against the party and its leader by suggesting that as a precondition to the NDP's chairman appointment, he was asked to give up his senator's salary. The NDP refuted such claims and says that this has no basis in reality and that Joseph was not only being mischievous, but outright defamatory to the NDP's leader. The NDP statement called for media houses and practitioners to exercise due diligence in research in their utterances, noting that while it is the constitutional right of the broadcasters to use their station to advance a political agenda, they however have no entitlement under law nor morality to lie and defame those perceived as thwarting that agenda. The NDP media statement went on to explain that either Dr. Lewis misspoke or was not clear enough in his statement, or his comments were deliberately twisted. It was further highlighted that Dr. Lewis donated his senatorship salary to Kenroy Johnson and Elvis Daniel, two of the three teachers who unsuccessfully contested the 2010 general elections under the NDP ticket. After Daniel became gainfully employed, the full parliamentary salary went solely to Johnson in its entirety, who accepted Dr. Lewis's offer. One man dead, another is hospitalized in the latest shooting incident here, which brings the homicide count for this year thus far to 12. This and other stories coming up when we continue with more local news. In more local news, the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force is currently investigating the circumstances leading to the death of Sheldon Paulin, better known as Billy of Diamond. He is said to have received a single gunshot wound to the chest and died on his way to the Stubbs Polyclinic after the shooting incident last evening. Another male was reportedly shot in the chest and leg and is reportedly in stable condition at the Milton Cato Memorial Hospital. Paulin's death brings the homicide count here for the year thus far to 12. SVG-TV News caught up with some residents of Diamond who described Paulin as a good man who brought life to their neighborhood.
Me and he have differences, but everybody have difference. But he was a right guy, nice guy. They don't know what to expire. So there's the children and them now I really thinking about, because he have smart children. He have a child going and said come and the entrance tomorrow, and I don't know if he could make it because he got by the church. So my sympathy go out to his family. That is all I have to say.
Well, me feel bad because right now nothing panny black, no roast pork. You know what I mean? No roast pork at all. So he go miss. Everybody go miss him. You know what I mean? When he not the home, he black dead and all and kind of thing. He plays live up when he come. Everybody, you know what I mean? Pata cook, all thing I do. You know what I mean? Not easy. Trust me, me sorry about that. Everybody go miss him. Me not good man.
He loved to cook. He loved to make jokes. A real nice person. And what happened to me in this of it? I had a daughter that wasn't even his. And he take care of her like his own, and he named her after him. He was a real nice person. And he didn't deserve it. He's the one that made me come here. I was with him together and I got this land, and then even though we depart, I live here and we still was close. All he had other relationships, but that's the person he was. Nothing don't bother him. He always friendly to the young, he might argue and then next 2 hours young he's sweet again. A real nice person. And he deserves what happened to him.
3 local men and 2 Grenadian nationals have been arrested here and slapped with 4 drug-related charges. They are Keith Woodley of Edinburgh, Desroy Williams of Rose Hall, and Dave John of Otley Hall, and Grenadian nationals Franklin Douglas and Kevin Phillips. The 5 men were reportedly intercepted with 22,694 grams of marijuana at Lomans Bay on May 12th. after law enforcement officers acted on a tip-off and went to the area. When the men appeared at the Serious Offences Court on Tuesday, May 17th, they all pleaded not guilty to the charges of drug possession with intent to supply to another and also possession for the purpose of trafficking, attempting to export the said drug, along with another charge. Senior Prosecutor Adolphus Delplush had no objection to the bail of the three Vincentians, which was allowed in the sum of $60,000 each and each with one surety, but objected to the bail for the two foreigners, stating that they were flight risks. As a result, the Chief Magistrate remanded them into custody until Friday, May 20th, 2016, to determine whether they should be allowed bail. June 28th is the date set for the trial. Comprehensive sexuality education and youth rights. Know it, own it, your sexuality matters. That is the theme under which the St. Vincent Planned Parenthood Associations hosted their Vision 2020 Day of Action yesterday. As part of the activities, members of the association paid a visit to the school for children with special needs and offered informational sessions to them on sexuality and their sexual rights. Vice President of the association, Cecil Charles, said such information should not be withheld from anyone, especially children with special needs, as they are generally overlooked because of their disabilities. He adds that the Vision 2020 will engage young people in serious matters that affect them.
We indeed are privileged. We count it an honor to share today's activity with you here at the School for Children with Special Needs, particularly because so often within our society, you are marginalized, persons see you as physically challenged, therefore you are left out of the loop, so to speak. But we want to say that you, like all of us, have sexual rights, and these rights must be protected. Under the Vision 2020, there are certain goals outlined. And as we talk about comprehensive sexual education and rights, our focus is on 5, where it would engage young people in all policy decisions affecting their lives.
The executive director of the association, Nellie Phillips, explained the importance of the youth being educated on comprehensive sexuality and stated that these kinds of programs are beneficial to the youth as they provide them with essential information which would help reduce common issues such as STDs, STIs, and teenage pregnancy.
Comprehensive sex education addresses the root issues that help teens make responsible decisions to keep themselves safe and healthy. These programs use a holistic approach to provide young people with complete, accurate, and appropriate sex education that helps them reduce their risk of HIV, other sexually transmitted infections, and unwanted pregnancies. Comprehensive sex education reduces risk behaviors. Comprehensive sex education prepares youth to make healthy choices. We must all remember that the School for Children with Special Needs belongs to all of us and all youth, regardless of age, color, ethnicity, religion, nationality, or disability, have the right to be informed.
The Canadian Students Association at the Trinity School of Medicine here yesterday handed over healthcare supplies to the mental health facility as part of Mental Health Awareness Month. This is one of the various outreach programs the school has carried out involving its students. Jana Williams, a student of the school and representative of the Canadian Students Association, stated that they saw a need for the supplies at the mental health facility and joined together to make the donation possible.
Canadian Students Association has already put it in the works to have these donations sent down and collected amongst the student bodies, both from Canada and here. And we were made aware that the biggest need at the time is for the mental health department here in St. Vincent. And so the donations, which we've already had the heart behind putting towards, are going in the direction of that need, because that is where we've been told the passion is and the need is. So that's why we're donating to the mental health unit at the moment.
The various Calypso Tents here are anticipating a good season this year. President of the on-tour Calypso Tent, Grantley Ipa Constance, says this year they will be featuring a 15-member cast, down from the 20 to 25 members they have been catering to in the past. Constance says the decrease in numbers will ensure they have a tighter program with more professional Calypsonians who will be doing 2 songs each.
As I said, we're trying to realize 5 shows this year. The first one will be on the 26th of May, the 2nd of June, the 4th of June, the 9th of June, and the 11th of June will be at the Calico Hardcourt if all goes well. This year Carnival season, it should be brighter with the on-tour Calypso Tent. We have great Calypsonians. We have the second place winner in no other person but Mr. Patches Knights. We have the 3rd place winner, the Vibrating Skakes. We have some of the greatest Calypsonians in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and we are going to make sure that the patrons and the whole Calypso fraternity, the standard, be risen for this Carnival season.
President of the Graduate Calypso Tent, Glenroy Sule Caesar, says every year they have been working under a specific theme, and this year their theme is Graduate at 33, Developing Calypso and Consolidating the Calypso Art Form.
Community would know over the years of the contribution of the Graduate Calypso Tent in the National Monarch Calypso competition, and the tent has been very successful over the years in the National Monarch competition. However, for the last couple of years or so, the success in the National Monarch competition was not so well. So we are looking this season as addressing that particular issue. So the graduates this year basically are trying to get people involved back again in the Calypso season and in the Calypso Tent. And our first approach to the Carnival season is to invite people again to come to the Calypso Tent.
Caesar stresses the need to have the younger generation get involved in the Calypso art form to ensure its longevity.
And we have started a while back where we are trying to get younger persons involved in the Calypso, because all the names in most of the tents that are called every year are people who are 50, 60 and going on in age. And one thing for sure, if the Calypso art form has to develop and continue to perform and do well, we really must get into the younger generation to get them involved again into the Calypso art form. In relation to the 10th season, graduates really will be launching the Carnival season this year, because we are the ones that are going to start the 10th season on the 24th of May at the Russell Auditorium. So that will be the first show of the Graduates Calypso Tent.
Representative of the Upstage Experience, Bentley Brown, says Calypso is a component of SVG's culture and must not be allowed to die, and that his tent is doing its part to keep the art form alive.
We are here as an organization to help promote that culture that we so love, but only love around the Carnival season, because we live in very crucial times where some of our business houses, promoters, radio stations, etc., they see culture at Carnival simply as entertainment, and for the rest of the year the real culture is neglected, and especially so if it isn't, in their opinion, marketable and able to bring in a few bits of dollars and cents in the Carnival period.
Reigning Miss SVG Deontay Myers is looking forward to a bright future, including realizing her dream of becoming a doctor. Speaking with members of the media recently at a meet and greet session at the Young Island Resort for 2016 Miss SVG contestants, Myers says she is looking forward to beginning her studies.
University in August of this year. Last year when I was entering the pageant, I said that I wanted to be a doctor, and that is still my goal. So in a couple of years, you'll be calling me Dr. Mayers. So I look forward to that. It's my dream, and I can't wait to fulfill it.
Mayers says she also expressed excitement, to this year's pageant, and says she's looking forward to crowning the new Miss SVG.
Contestants are all wonderful young ladies, and I know that they've all been working hard, so I can't wait to see the end product of all their hard work. I know that they're all determined. They have all expressed, interest. Well, interest is it's not strong enough a word to describe how much they all want the crown. So June 4th, is going to be interesting.